I'm Bruce Stephen along with Jack James, and Jack, here we are again with two excellent teams from the number 7 Pro League, and a couple of real good ones lined up tonight. We'll take a look at that in a moment, but let's first go, Jack, and I know this one is dear to your heart, to that Forbes Top Bowler Award, and that is for the top high single. And there you see him on top. It's Bill Black.
Well, Bill Black, we've been teasing Bill Black all along. He set that the first week he was on with a fine game of 141. And with the Pro Bowlers we have here, Bruce, that's hit, nobody's come close to it other than Randy Slonway. He's in second place at 138, and Brian Dagnall at 137. Other than that, we haven't had, I think, only 1 or 2 games over the 130 mark. But I'll predict tonight that these two teams we got here are going to be very, very excitable. They're going to see a lot of high scores, and I would say that somebody's going to lose at a 590.
Oh, right out on the limb immediately, Jack. That's great. But I tell you, Bill Black is hanging on to that 141. Judging by your prediction, you feel, hey, this could go tonight.
I think it will, Bruce.
Okay.
And we've got a lot of potential here. Right off the bat, we're going to look at the establishment, who has 1 loss. As Bruce would say, they're on their face tonight. Leading off for them, bowling lead off will be Russell Luciano at 114 average. He had 101 the last time he was on. Donnie McDonald bowling second, coming in at a 106, did not bowl the first time on. And yes, Dave, I'm going to pronounce your name right. Dave Crease. I think we pronounced it the last time we had an error on the end of it.
We butchered that one.
Yeah. He come in with 115 bowling third and had a fine game the last time on, 125. Then you got Dave Hartnett, 119 bowling fourth. A very disappointing 101 for Dave, so he's going to have to improve tonight. And then the big disappointment of the establishment for their 1 loss, I think, Bruce, boils down to Steve Webb, coming in at 124 average, bowling fifth, and he had a 98 the last time he was on. So he's going to really have to pull up his socks here tonight for the establishment to have a chance. Their 5-man roster leads 593. Okay, they're going against Your Choice, who has 1 win. They can afford to lose tonight, but I know Dougie Blackadder will have his team up. Leading off is James Gratto, coming in at 121, bowled 118 the last time he was on. Newcomer for the Your Choice tonight would be Sonny Taylor. He did not bowl the last time on. He's bowling second at 114. Sheldon Buffett coming in at 113, bowling third at 111. Then you look at Rick Martin, 117, very disappointing 107 for Rick, so he's going to have to improve tonight. Then you got the old steady Dougie Blacker, the captain of this team, 124 average, bowled 130 the last time on, Bruce, and their 5-man roster reads 596. So there's 3 pins in the difference in favor of Your Choice, but I say tonight somebody's going to lose with a 590.
Okay, 590, not going to be good enough, according to Jack James. We'll mark that down. 590, Jack James. Just to bring you up to date on how this whole competition works, it's a double knockout competition. As Jack mentioned, the establishment have lost 1 match. They can't afford to lose tonight. Of course, Your Choice won their first match, so they've got 1 in the bank, so to speak. Also coming up between the...
Happy birthday.
Oh, my God.
That was a surprise.
I'm all about it.
We're going to tell our folks about this one, don't we, Jack?
Yeah,
maybe you should. I don't know.
This is Bruce's birthday today. It's February the 4th. Of course, we're taping on the 4th, so we thought we'd have a little fun with him. So when you see it, it'll probably be around about the 6th or 7th. But taping here on the 4th, it is Bruce's birthday, and he is a fine 43 years old.
I'll tell you what, Jack, you continue with the commentary. I'm going to leave for a little while. Thank you, Jackie. That was real nice, I must say. And very, very much a surprise. You never know what's going to happen,
No,
Jack.
that's right.
I was just about to tell the folks that Steve Beazleys was going to be by during the after the 8th frame with the McFarland Rental Bowling Tip of the Week, but I don't care much about that right now. That was great, I must say. That may set the stage tonight, Jack, for the unexpected to happen.
That's right.
Keep those cards and letters and those birthday cards coming in, folks. We really enjoy them, and if there's a young lady running around out there that wants to come in and sing happy birthday sometime, that's okay, too. Anyway... Let's get to the bowling, Jack, and get the camera off me so I can compose myself. Let's go to the bowling and take a look at Ron Luciano, and James Gratto is taken up to bowl through frames 1 and 2 in the first string. Whoa.
Surprise, surprise.
Oh. Anyway, I'm looking right here at James Gratto. He punches through the middle, and now we're looking at the juggling Ron Luciano, but he's not juggling tonight, Jack. Oh.
I have a few gifts, Bruce, I have to present to you throughout the show from various
more.
leagues. We will not show them on the air.
All right. This is,
Fun time.
yeah, well, right. Count 9, I think, for James Gratto, and make it 9 also for Russell Luciano. Well, it's the establishment and your choice, and James Gratto on the left-hand side of your screen, leadoff bowler for your choice. And now, Ron Luciano. Make that Russell Luciano. There is another Luciano by the name of Ron, who you would know well, Jack.
I believe he was an umpire.
Sure was.
That's a good shot here for Russell. He's got the 3-9. Good wood in there. All he got to do is hit the 3-pin.
Didn't get it, Jack. Count a 9 again for James Gratto, and make it 10 for Russell Luciano, as they will sit down and give away to Don McDonald and Sonny Taylor. That's Sonny Taylor on the left and Don McDonald on the right. Didn't see McDonald in the first show, Jack.
No, both these boys weren't on the first show, so they're both good bowlers. So
Yeah.
let's hope they can get the big game.
Well, Sonny Taylor has bowled a number of times in front of our cameras, but the same cannot be said for Don McDonald. Boy, looks like you've been here for a long time, though, Jack. Good.
Sonny's got a good
Doesn't
shot
get a
here,
break.
Bruce. Got
Yeah.
the bucket shot with the wood. I don't think it's frozen on the 8-pin, but I'm sure if he hits that 2-pin, it should go.
Here's the shot. Oh, just off to the left. Good shot here also for Don McDonald. He had to be on the 3. A bit of a slow start here for both teams. Sonny Taylor gets his 10. Good-looking 10 there for Don McDonald. Now we say slow as far as marks are concerned.
Well, it's 2 good 10s there, Bruce, but there's one thing that's really sort of, I won't say I'm disappointed in, but not a little impressed with the Pro League is the way they've been pinning. They haven't been pinning all that well, any one team, and this is the name of the game. Hit something on every ball.
Yeah, Sonny right on the front end there gets 7. Has some wood to work with now. Don McDonald, second frame. He again is on the front pin, Jack. Gets 1 more this time. Last time he left the 3, the 6, and the 10. Just a 6 and a 10 this time. This is Sonny Taylor. Good shot. First mark of the match. A spare for Sonny Taylor and a great setup here for Don McDonald.
All you got to do is keep it on the alley.
Yeah. Well, the right-hand side of the alley.
Oh, you looking left.
So, a couple of marks for McDonald and Taylor as they give away to Dave Crease. I said Dave Crease and Sheldon Buffett. Sheldon Buffett on the left-hand side, Crease on the right.
Well, I thought this would be a very noisy match, Bruce, but it's very quiet.
Yeah. Buffett off to the left just a little bit, but has good wood coming back. Crease now. Punches out. Not a bad shot for Sheldon Buffett here with that wood in behind.
No,
Might be a little tough to get the 8.
Hits the middle pin, the 3-pin.
Ooh.
Oh, he was outside.
Yeah, just caught a bit of the front end. Crease tries the right-hand side, gets 2 of the 3. Buffett now. Sheldon makes it 9 and count 8 for Dave Crease to open. Keep in mind, the establishment, Luciano, McDonald, Crease, Harrod coming up, and Webb coming up, can't afford to lose, or they're gone. It's on the front end this time, but leaves a lot of daylight between the 3 and the 7. Crease. Good hit. Couple together there.
I'll tell you, Bruce, these pins are really loose. If these boys stay in the pocket, 1 and 2, 1 and 3 pocket tonight, we're going to have some good scores.
Bit of a tough shot here for Sheldon. But a good shot for Dave Crease. Ooh, just got between the wood and the pin. Hard to believe.
Dead miss here by Dave Crease.
Oh, there's a good-looking 10. That's the one he wanted with the second ball, and 10 also for Dave Crease. As they will sit down and give way to Dave Hartnett and Rick Martin. That's Martin on the left-hand side of your screen, Hartnett on the right.
Well, both these boys, the last time they were on, were very bad, Bruce. Dave Hartnett 101 and Rick Martin 107, and they're carrying very healthy averages. So they're going to have to improve tonight.
Martin off the the left there, or at least the right. Hartnett off to the right also. Jack, while we have a chance to remind our viewers, and we do get a number of inquiries on this, the Pick Your Partner has passed the $2,300 mark. $2,306 to be exact, and that's the jackpot this coming Sunday.
They had 7 there for Rick Martin.
This Sunday at 10 o'clock, Beazley Lanes, Pine Street, $2,306. That'll bring Jack James out of retirement.
Whoa! I'd love to have a piece of that action.
Yeah.
Might mention,
2,300.
Bruce, excuse me,
Yep.
a few of the ladies have asked me, phone the garage and talk to them on various discussions. I got a rule I got to bring up later on, but
Okay.
however, that's a host fee. It's only 156 for the ladies, is it not?
Yeah. 156, 165 for the men. 166, that's right, actually. That's what you've got to roll to be a winner. Got to beat 165.
Isn't that like
hard for a guy like you to do, Jack.
Give me 2 strings.
Rick Martin, bang, got it. Rick Martin scores. Hartnett just misses. So that's right, 156 for the women, 166 for the men, $2,306. 10 o'clock Sunday morning. That is the Pick Your Partner, Paul Jones, whatever you want to call it. And there are daily prizes, of course, if the jackpot doesn't go. Going to the Anchorman now. Stephen Webb and Dougie Blackler. Blackler on the left-hand side, Webb on the right-hand side. Blackler is off to the right-hand side. Stephen Webb. These are 2 really impressive bowlers up here right now. Jack James.
Very powerful chuckers.
Yeah. These guys are well known in the local area, but all over the Maritimes also. And they know a bit about them in the U.S. of A.
Yes, that's right, Bruce. And this past weekend, and good 10 there for Dougie. This past weekend, the tournament took place over here in Dartmouth, and Dougie Blackadder for 3 strings, and rolled a fine game of 506. I'm sorry, for 3 strings.
Hard to believe, isn't it?
That's 132.5 average. I'm sorry, he finished that tournament with 132.5 average.
Yeah. That was Stephen Webb.
Stephen Webb, you're right. I got the names mixed up there, Bruce. I'm sorry.
But Dougie could do it next week.
Well, Dougie finished with a 125.9.
That's not too shabby.
I'll give them both credit.
Yes, sir.
They can bowl on my team any day of the week.
Yeah. Bang.
That's it. Don't see that too often from Steve Webb.
No, you don't. Single pin, missed it for the spare. Doug Blackler now. Now Webb. 9 for Blackler, 10 for Webb. And they will sit down. We'll go back to the top of the order and take a look at James Gratto and Russell Luciano. This time Luciano on the left-hand side of your screen, Gratto on the right. Gratto with a couple of 9s and a 9 and a 10 for Luciano. Boy, Russell doesn't use much of the runway, does he?
No, he doesn't. No.
Spin drop there for Gratto sets things up. But this is Luciano. Ooh. Gets some good late action. Let's go to Gratto now. Off to the right. I tell you, someone who can play in my team anytime also, Jack. And it's not Stephen Webb or Doug Blackler, but Daisy Topple. Who?
Oh, Dave.
Daisy Topple. She's 92 years old. Still throws a bowling ball or 2. And we asked the question a week or 2 ago about bowling. Where did it originate? Daisy, you've got it. Well, I'm not going to tell anybody where it is. We get a few more inquiries. We've had a fair amount of activity on this, but Daisy Topple knows.
Yeah, I was talking to Mrs. Topple about a year or 2 ago, Bruce, and she was bowling here on a Friday night.
Yeah.
And I believe at that time she was around 90, 91, and I think she had a game around 90.
Yep.
So, keep up the good work, Daisy.
Yes, sir. Luciano going to count 9 for James Gratto. It'll be 9 also. So Gratto goes 9, 9, 10, 9. For Luciano, it's 9, 10, 9, 9. They keep things even. Give way to Don McDonald and Sheldon, or at least Sonny Taylor. both opened with a 10, and both had spares in their second frame to run them now.
It's a very tight match, Bruce. We've only had 3 marks in a total of 24 boxes.
Good hit on the mark for McDonald. Going to count 9. Sonny Taylor now. Like to keep pace. Good hit also. Any lucky would have got 9, but has to settle for 7. And, of course, a single pin here for McDonald for his second spare in a row. Don has a real unusual style, Jack. When he lines up, he's sort of sideways almost to the pin.
Yeah, he lines up facing over to his right. But if that's the style he's used with, used to, I should say, and can handle it, stay with it.
Don getting off a little early there, gets his 10. But what about this shot in lane 9 for Sonny Taylor?
He's going to play the 2 pins, Bruce. He's got the 4, 8, 10. If he plays the 2 pins on the left-hand side, and that hits the 8, it should carry him off to take the 10.
Thought he might go to the right-hand side and try to get that wood to roll over. That's just a suggestion. But you're right. He said no.
He'll play the wood now, I think. But if the wood was turned a little more, where you get a little more bounce off it.
Went for the 2. Ooh, almost got all. And settles for a 9 there. Some guys that have performed in front of our cameras in this series. Laurie DeBay, a 402 in the City League recently. Brian Dagnall, a 400. And Bill Wilson Jr. had a 408. Boy, that City League, they're really turning in some excellent scores out there at Forest Hills. So we say hello to all the guys in the City League. Billy Yaden, their leader. And in particular, Laurie DeBay, Brian Dagnall, and Bill Wilson Jr. all picking up 400. Sonny Taylor here off the left-hand side.
Good out there by Don.
This is the shot that Sonny Taylor's looking at. Second ball, 4th frame. Good hit. He used the 5 and the 8 in behind. Good chance for 10 here for McDonald, Jack.
Very good chance. He's got the 3-8 and hit the 3 pin. He should have 10.
Yep, he's got it. And 10 also for Sonny Taylor. So Taylor will sit down along with McDonald, give way to Dave Crease and Sheldon Buffett. Buffett on the right-hand side, Crease on the left. Crease with an 8 and a 10 to open, and Buffett with a 9 and a 10. Now Buffett. Good hit by Sheldon, 5 and 9 left behind. Back in lane 10, though, Jack, some wood that's, well, it's rolling on the play, I guess. Not going to be much good at all.
I think it's going to roll off, Bruce.
Yeah. That was his only hope, really, get something out in front.
Well, I'll tell you, if he can chip one of these shots, the ball goes in the channel, comes back, takes the other pin.
Gave as good a try as he could, I guess. Buffett has a piece of wood rolling around, but that's not going to be a factor. He's got a good, well, maybe I spoke too soon. He really doesn't want it there.
Let's see.
Oh, dear. That's not so good.
Got
some balls not coming up the runway.
Well, it's just like a single pin what Sheldon's got down there. He's got the 5-9. He's going to have to hit it right on the nose.
Here's the shot. Now, off to the right-hand side. Tough break for Sheldon Buffett. A good setup with the 5 and the 8. Or at least 5 and 9. Now becomes a chance at 10. And it's going to be 9. And a 9-4 Crease. Dave Crease. And Sheldon Buffett.
Good 9-pin break there for Sheldon. Leaves the 7-pin with lots of wood.
Boys in the dark a little bit there. If you don't adjust your set, a couple of lights went out for some reason, Jack. Now they're back on. At least one of them is.
That was a tough shot there for Sheldon Buffett. Thought he
And
hit
now
that for...
Sheldon Buffett. Okay. So it's Dave Hartnett on the left-hand side and Rick Martin on the right. Hartnett here, 8 and 9 to open. And now Martin, good hit, needs the 7. Now he's got a lot of wood to work with, Jack. We'll get back to that one, but the tough shot here for Dave Hartnett.
This is the type of shot that Rick's got here, Bruce. He's got the 6-10. I'm sure he'll play it right over in the pin on the right. You get on the wood. He had to go a little further right.
And Hartnett still facing that 5-4 situation.
Nightmare.
Yeah. And it's going to be an 8 and a 9 for Hartnett and Martin, respectively. Forbes' top bowler is Bill Black, 141.
Well, Bruce, I said that would go.
Yeah.
Sure don't look like it.
Well, not nearly going anyway. Tough splits down there. Rick Martin's got one. So does Dave Hartnett. Hartnett here. How about the wood here, Jack, in lane number 9? You want to look at that?
Hey, he's going to play the wood on the side, but I don't think he can get the 7 pin, which is the corner pin.
Down. Oh, try to get down real low to get it over on the 7. So he was thinking that way, too. Hartnett going to settle for a 6. That's tough. This time Martin goes right on the pin and settles for 9. As we go to the Anchorman and Stephen Webb and Doug Blackler. Now, these guys carry averages rather of 122 and 124 for Blackler and Webb, respectively. A couple of 10s for Blackler, 10 and a 9 for Stephen Webb. Point is, they've got lots of power, lots of ability.
They can bust them out at any time, Bruce.
Not happening right now, though, is it?
Stevie's having his problems.
Yeah. Good try by Doug Blackler. All right idea. Jack up 8 for Stephen Webb in the 3rd frame. And a 9 for Doug Blackler. Stephen Webb, 98 the last time. In the first round in a losing cause. His team can't afford to lose this one before they're all done. Dougie Blackler had a sparkling 130. And his team won their first match. Good action there for Stephen Webb. Blackler gets off to the right-hand side.
This is a big spear for Stevie. This could get him going. He's got the 3-6, and all you got to do is split him. That's a 9-pin break and an 8-pin break. You don't see that too often.
No, sir. You really don't. Dougie Blackler. Late action there. There's 10 for Stephen Webb, but he would have liked to have had the spare. Doug Blackler counts 10 also. Both teams now bowled 4 frames in this one-string affair.
And we have a total of 3 marks, Bruce, and after 4 boxes, we have your choice up by 12 pins. And I just did a quick count on the pinning. The establishment has dropped 18 pins to 12 pins for the your choice.
And James Grotto punches through. Russell Luciano takes a pin. That's hard to believe, Jack. The 3, and that's all he got.
He got 1.
Grotto tries the right-hand side, makes it good. Luciano says, well, maybe I should have reset. Oh, boy. That is really getting tough.
Got a nightmare down there now.
Yes, sir. Not a bad 9 for James Grotto after punching through the middle. Luciano would like to get a few here. And that's a great out. He's got them all. Great out for Russell Luciano there to count 10.
You won't see any finer 10 than that one, I'll say.
You're right.
That could get him going.
Yeah. Russell might have the beads out. That one. There's a good ball there by James Grotto. Everything but the 10. Luciano now, right-hand side. He said, well, I got the 3rd ball.
Would have
Great
give this
shot
to
there.
James.
Yeah. No question. Big mark. Got it. Luciano can't find that front end. Not to the left-hand side. And settles for an 8. He sits down. Stepping up now, Sonny Taylor and Don McDonald. McDonald at 49. He's on the right-hand side if you screen, 9 over par. And Taylor's 46. He's 6 over par. Both these bowlers leading the teams right now. In fact, it's hard to believe, Jack, but these are the only 2 bowlers other than Rick Martin who is over par.
Well, I say that that mark that James Grattrell got was our 4th mark. And we've gone through a total of 44 boxes.
Yeah. McDonald here. His target, Sonny Taylor, getting on the turn. Little backdoor action. Sonny was doing there. He bowled a turn, then pressed the sweep to clean the pins. It'll be 9 for McDonald. Now Taylor. Down the front end, gets some action, but leaves 2. This is the target for McDonald.
Gotta get some good action there, Bruce.
Well, he really did. He had the pin curve around, take the one out in front, and then went back and took, I think, the 9.
Sonny's got the 2-7. He's going to have to hit the 2 very fine. Great shot.
Got it. Good shot. And for McDonald, too, makes it good, gets all 3. So, in the second frame, they both spared, and here again, in the 6th, they both pick up marks. But they'll sit down and give way to Dave Priest and Sheldon Buffett. Priest on the right-hand side, Buffett on the left. Priest at 37, and Buffett at 38. That's the fourth out to 4. Buffett gets on the front end. Could have got more. Dave Priest, good hit. Really wants the 8 rather. He gets that. And now he's really set up something looking pretty good. But this
Shot's makeable, Sheldon got.
Oh, not a bad try by Buffett. What do you think, Jack?
I think he'll go right on the pin.
He does. Makes it good. Dave Priest picks up his first spare. And Sheldon Buffett will count 10. Sheldon's still looking for his first mark. But they're all 9s and 10s. He's spinning very, very well.
Yes, he is. That's like the fellow down the street. Bruce, he said, I had 99 without a mark the other night. And he said, I missed 9 spears.
They're never happy.
No.
Count 7 for Dave on his mark. Sheldon Buffett, Jack, is a real interesting shot in lane 10.
He'll play the nose of the wood, I think. No, I'd almost play the middle pin. Right there. No, he just got through it.
Yeah.
I was seen some wood in there. And
Well, this one, can you get that wood over? Gonna try it. Oh.
Back door.
Oh, everything but. A real shaky 6. Buffett counts another 9. Continues to pin well. And bang. Count 10 for Dave Priest. Rick Martin on the left-hand side right now. Martin's at 43, 3 over. Dave Hartnett on the right at 31. 8, 9, 8, and then a 6. So he struggled a little bit. This is Martin. Good hit. Could get the 5. No. Hartnett. Good hit. He's got them all. Now,
Which one fell last?
Struggled a little bit through the first 4, but boom, they went in a hurry in the 5th.
There's no
It's not
question.
easy for Martin, Jack.
Just on the right-hand side of the nose, he should throw the 5 over in the 7. Wrong side.
Yeah. Big, big mark for Dave Hartman for the establishment. Cleans the plate does Rick Martin for 10 there. And now Martin will prepare to bowl here in the 6th frame. Remind you, after the completion of the 8th frame, we'll go to our Basin Lanes Forest Hills location for the McFarland-Reddit Bowling Tip of the Week. Steve Bezanson, the sports editor from the Halifax Chronicle Herald and the Mail Star. On the strike, looking for the double.
That was a good hit there by David.
Yeah. Martin.
He'll
Should
play
have
the-
more there.
Play the 2 on the left here, Bruce. I'd almost go inside. Play the right-hand tip of the 2 pins.
Shot. He counts a total of 9 on the strike. Rick Martin will have to settle for an 8 here in the 6th. Hartnett looking for 10. And he's got 10, does Dave Hartnett. That improves his score to an even